Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's stream. I hope you're all doing well. So yeah, sorry for the abrupt end for yesterday's stream. Something to do with my video card or the Alters game. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but it's some sort of video card timeout issue, and it happened about twice at the end. And the first time it was like, it kind of crashed. It crashed the game. And the second time it actually crashed my OBS. So, and I did. After the stream, I decided to check my video card drivers. They're up to date. So there wasn't any actually, there hasn't been any update for the DLC. So because the game just came out like a couple days ago. Usually when new games come out, there's like a subsequent game driver or video card driver update. But no. So I don't know if this is going to work. I think I'm just going to go straight into the altars right now and see if that same crash happens. It could be a game bug, right? Like it could be something that they need to fix. But let's see how this goes. If my stream crashes again, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do because I don't have any. Well, I guess we could play Bookwalker. We still have that game running around. But it was only... The bugs seemed to only happen when after we talked to the physicist, we were going to we took the elevator down to the geologist. But the crash seemed to even happen before we got to the conversation, so I don't know. Also, it is a very hot day where I'm living right now, so maybe that might be contributing too. It was also pretty warm yesterday. So, yeah. Because usually when you restart the whole game, like it, clears the memory and all that, but the fact that it crashed right after. Yeah, like last time I crashed as I was going down this elevator. But doesn't seem to be happening now. Oh! It just... Okay. It did happen again. Okay, so why? Why would that happen? Let me close a few things. It's gonna check my OBS is okay. My OBS seems okay. That's a good thing, though my PNG tube remix seems to have died. I think it should be coming back now. Oh, why is it? There we go. Huh. It crashed so much that the background... I had to change the background back on my model there. So how are we going to do this? Why is this happening? I could either try setting the graphics settings down a bit. Maybe that might be what's causing it. I could try closing some programs, perhaps. Let me see if I can try closing Twitch or something. Like I have a browser where I'm monitoring my stream. That does take up a bit of memory. I mean, try closing that. Doesn't mean I can't read chat right now. But also, let's try some of this. I do have the settings on Ultra. I'm going to set it to Medium. Let's see if that makes any difference. And if it crashes again, if it's following the same pattern we saw last time, then this crash would crash my OBS as well. So I'm slowly going down. Okay, he's right here. Okay. And the first crash happened when I was in mid-conversation with the geologist, so there might be something around here. Okay, we'll go through these again. So what happened in the research lab?
What is going on in the research lab? Why did the computer pick it?
We already went through this at the end of last stream, so...
What exactly did you do that caused such an annoyance? I've been downloading the thesaurus. Classy.
Okay, then
I don't hear any more
fixed
annoying
research
noises
lab.
from the research lab. Yeah, looks like once the...
Happy ending.
Isn't it just?
I think, yeah, the crash happened when I went through those two topics, and then this topic, I think the crash started happening. So let's see. What do you think of our terraformed region?
Did you see what happened to our neighboring valley? Amazing! Total transformation. We could actually turn this planet into a new Earth and populate it with a colony. What do you think?
That's certainly ambitious.
As far as it is from the scope of our project, it is a tempting vision. Just imagine little kids running around here, shooting anomalies with their toy illuminators. Children are so creative.
That seems dangerous.
Thoughts? Maybe let's put this idea in the for later folder.
Okay, did that save? Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, it did seem to save. I feel like I'm... Okay, let me try this. Hold on. Stand by. So, I did two things. I closed my Twitch and YouTube because I monitored the stream. I'm going to just put that back here. So, you know, in case someone chats or something. Let's see here. Okay, get my dashboard here. Okay, looks good on my end. YouTube looks good too. Maybe it is just the graphic settings. I think maybe something went. And honestly, medium graphics looks just as good as ultra. So I'm not sure if I'm really missing out on much. Okay, I think my paranoia about the crashes is gone. I think I'm going to actually go back and play this game. So let's take a look. What we got here. So it is, what time is it? It is, oh, it is the end of the day. Okay, let me just review our tasks here. Oh yeah, we started an analysis because we collected all those fluffy white clouds from last time. So that'll finish in about, well, 10 hours, so by the time we wake up. Use a drill to destroy roots blockades. An upgrade. We researched the upgrade. So this same, oh, I see, the same Vertara drill that we have can also be used to now drill through roots. And I guess I don't need anything else. I don't need extra items. Oh boy. Well, the game crashed again. Just as I was trying to look up stuff. Why is it doing that? AMD software detected a driver timeout that occurred on your system. An issue report has been created. Maybe I will actually send it here. Send. Okay. I think I'm gonna switch to a different game. I think we're gonna go play the Bookwalker instead. Sorry about this. I think there's a. It sounds like there is a bug in the altars, the DLC, that's preventing me from progressing past this point. So I'm gonna change up all of these stream titles here. So just give me a sec. How do you even do this? Stream settings. Yeah, actually, it's kind of good that we started the Bookwalker last week, because now I can. It's a nice backup. Then we'll just play the Mermaid Mask tomorrow, which honestly those games are a lot less. Again, I'm not sure if it's my computer's pretty. Like I have an RX 9070, which is fairly powerful video card, so it shouldn't make too much difference. But it is a bit unfortunate that, you know, we have to deal with bugs, but you know, they happen. This one in particular is preventing me from like even playing the game. So, all right, let's change the category. I'm gonna say last variable crashed. Switch to the Bookwalker. And it's funny, there's like 2,000 people watching the altars, but there's nobody streaming the Bookwalkers again. It was a game that came out 3 years ago. Okay, so I've set the title, so I'm just checking everything's okay. Nothing's gonna go weird. All right, let's open the game up. I have to change this over. Thankfully, my OBS hasn't crashed. Last time it did. So at least I can just continue the stream as is. The sound seems a bit louder. Oh, it is set at 40%. All right. So we finished book 1, 2 in the first stream, and then book 3. So now we're moving on to the next book. And I think, I did place the suitcase out there. Let me just look around here. I think we read this thing. Yeah, the Moroccan HRMNY publishing companies. Is there something in here? Oh, that's the bar tab. Our Etienne seems to have taken to alcoholism here. Not the time to take a shower. I guess we just jump right into it because I already grabbed the suitcase. Oh wait, no, did I? Oh, I haven't done this yet. Last time we had the slash upgrade. I elected to do one. We had a choice between increased damage just increased damage, or 1 damage to others. I'm kind of regretting choosing that though, because I think there were some cases where, especially for really big monsters, like things with like 6, 7 HP, this wasn't the best. Might have not been the best choice. I think having maybe increasing the minimum to like 3 damage would have helped in killing a lot of the smaller monsters too. But I've committed to that. I can't change that. Now we have the drain skill. So drain more ink. Oddly, it doesn't tell me how much of an improvement it is. I wish the game actually told us. Or increase damage. I don't think I use drain to kill things necessarily. So, and having more ink is always a good thing. I think I'm going to do this one. Drain 50 ink. Okay. Also, actually, I was like looking at the ink costs of those, but I don't know if it increased or not. All right, let's see what we got here. Black River Drifters. I see a sword. Is this? Ooh, might be a fantasy novel. I like those. That looks like the author. A strange note. The contractor agrees to infiltrate Black River Drifters by Elena von Belro and extract an item, the sword Excalibur. The client agrees to pay the negotiated sum upon fulfillment of the contract. Excalibur now. So it's like Potion of Immortality, Thor's Hammer. What was the third one that we got? The wand. That, and then now a sword. An excerpt from a review. However, drawing parallels between dogmatic faith and programmed AI commands is certainly an interesting exercise, especially for a subject that's already been done to death. Sans Magazine gives it 3 out of 5 stars. Not the best score. Dogmatic faith. Why is there AI in this one? I'm guessing the sword is very large, so it has to go into the big compartment. Makes sense. Let's go. Ouch. Landing on a metal floor isn't all that great, I'm guessing. Oh. Hi, Jack. I'm Roderick. Right, it's just been so long. It's been a week, hasn't it? Like usual. We haven't talked in a week. Well, there was a little setback with the client. Is that booze I smell? No, I just haven't washed this jacket in a while. Did you have problems because of the wand? Yeah, kind of. But we're back in business now. Today we'll be looking for Excalibur. The sword? Are you sure we're in the right book? If we're looking for a medieval sword, we'll find out once we take a look around. Uh-oh. Intruder alert. Identify yourself or you will be punished by the might of the Seekers of the Worthy. Okay, so this is a very cyberpunk, like a very sci-fi cyberpunkish like environment, but there's definitely some medieval imagery here. Like you see this door here, there's a sword on the very top of it. Also, where's that is it this thing that's telling us we're an intruder? Let's say my name, I guess. The voice is coming from a strange face on the wall that peeks out from the cables like a spider in its web. Etienne. Etienne, I shall hear the will of the worthy and decide your faith, or your fate. Have patience. What the hell is going on? The short version is, this is a pilgrim ship, and they're very serious and strict, so cut it out with the jokes. Oh, are we on a spaceship? I'm not making jokes. Shh. So where's Excalibur? What's this worthy have to do with anything? What do you think the worthy is worthy of? Worthy of Excalibur? Mm-hmm. The worthy is the one who can pull the sword from the stone. They're flying around the universe on this ship looking for that person. Ah. I remember there was an old legend or tale. I think the new author was also working with the walkers to get the sword. Oh. And now it's our turn. The worthy has spoken to me. Finally. Tell me, Etienne, are you prepared to join us pilgrims sailing this black river in search of the worthy and give your life in the pursuit of our goal? I think saying no would be probably a bad thing, so sure. Yes. I, the navigator, greet you, acolyte Etienne. Welcome to our temple and home. Oh, we're gonna... I'm not IRL self, my IRL self, I'm not actually religious, I just play a character. This is my D&D character, so having this religious aspect is, I don't know, it kind of amuses me, I guess. Now, get to work as our ship requires constant inspection. Sounds good. Okay, we got a cover. Okay, so that's called the navigator. There's an elevator here. This door says to cells. And this says to cooling system. Also, let me switch. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, now you can see at least my health and ink levels, which is kind of important. Cables cooling system. Let's look at the cables. The cables disappear into the darkness. One thing I wish it was in this game, and you see it all in a lot of other games, is like if you like some sort of highlighting, so you could see if you miss any sort of items. Like usually in games, you hold down the Alt key and shows you what you can interact with, but this game seems to be missing that. Talk to the navigator. The ship's navigator greets you, Acolyte. Where's this ship headed? We are exploring the vast reaches of the Black River in search of the worthy. Do you have any clues about where they might be? The sacred sword will lead us to them. When we find the worthy, they will draw the sacred sword from the stone and guide our people to a brighter future. So the worthy could be anyone, even me. Let me try and pull the sword out. I know I'm the worthy you're looking for. First, you must prove you are worthy by attempting to prove that you are worthy. Oh boy. Huh? Study truths, inspect the machinery, and help your brothers. That will guide you to gradual understanding of the truth that will unlock the path to the sword. No shortcuts for you. Can I see Excalibur? We cannot even discuss the sacred sword on the lower level of the ship. It is the most unholy part of our vessel. So how do I get up higher? It's simple. You will ascend once you prove you are worthy of it. Ugh. Okay. So it sounds like we have to work our way up. I guess I'm guessing we can't even use the elevator. You see two sliding doors with a control panel to the right of them. This looks like the elevator that connects the different ship decks. Want to go up? Push the call button. The panel beeps indignantly. Acolyte Etienne, step away from the ascension shaft. You must prove your faith through labor on this deck. Damn. Guess we're stuck here at the bottom. Alright. Let's check the cells out first. Another prison. I'm sensing a theme here. Locked doors. Engine rooms at the end of the corridor. The door is labeled Cell A. There is a slot for an access card next to it. Use card A. Okay. Also, so far we've been able to craft things like lockpicks and hammers and crowbars and stuff. I'm getting the sense that those things are not going to be useful here, considering how high-tech this setting is. What's the repair module? Okay, we don't know how it says repair module, but we don't know how it works. We could just push the button. A message appears on the screen. Brother, place the broken object in the slot and it will be restored to its former appearance. Push the synthesis button. An object creation menu appears on the screen. Oh, we can make objects, maybe? Oh, I see. It is a crafting table. Okay. So we can still make bottles of ink, but I guess all those other tools don't matter here. I see. If we collect 5 silver bars, we can make a space multi-tool. Cool. All right. So that's B. I don't think there's any... There are different crests above each of these cells, but I don't know if that really hints at anything. Cell D. Let's check the engine room. Oh, there are some people working here. Hang on, what's that sound? What sound? Oh, watch out. Oh, damn. Acolyte Samsa, begin repairs immediately in the name of the worthy. Oh, I don't think they're in the condition to do that. Ugh. Oh, elder brother, I cannot. What is your reason, Acolyte Samsa? I need help. You still have your limbs. That means you are able to do the repairs. I cannot stand. Is something pinning you down, Acolyte Samsa? I must have internal injuries. My ribs. I understand. You have lost faith in the worthy. May you not fear the disillusioned on your path. Remove them from your brotherhood. Uh-oh. No, I cannot. My ribs. I think we'll just go help them. 2 steps bring you close to the wounded man. The acolyte's eyes are full of an animalistic fear that he stares at a spot near the ceiling. Get his suit off. We need to assess his injuries quickly. Yes, right away. A bright red beam shoots out of nowhere, leaving a glowing glare on your retinas. Oh, jeez. When you manage to blink it away, you see Acolyte Samsa's unmoving body has a clean hole burned through the back of his head. What the hell? Acolyte Etienne, begin repairs immediately in the name of the worthy. What was that? An acolyte who loses faith in the worthy and in our mission can no longer be part of the crew. You look at the panel by the ceiling that the beam came from, and your hands instinctively reach for the back of your head. Yeah, we should probably hurry with those repairs. Yeah, okay. This is, I kind of expected. Not really surprising. It's a very, brutal regime that we're dealing with here. Poor guy. You examine the body, trying to avoid looking at the head wound. You don't notice anything of interest. There's something in his hand. Huh? You unclench the dead man's hand and see an electronic access card. Unfortunately, the explosion damaged it too. Oh, we can use the repair thing to get this back. You take the still warm, partially melted access card. Okay. Is there anything I can... There's a backup engine. Why is all the equipment decorated with these patterns? Gotta loot things. Silver bars. Don't mind if I do. You look at the glow inside the engine through a dense wave of heat. It's molten metal. You should hurry before the core melts. So what's the problem? I don't know. The author was very vague in his description of the engine. I thought the author was a lady, not a man. Look inside. You lean forward and look into the engine's dark opening. Rubber hoses, metal pipes, pistons, and belts. Surprisingly, it all seems to be in good shape. Everything inside looks intact. So why is it heating up so much? You reach for the closest moving part of the engine. As soon as your hand touches the metal, you pull your fingers back sharply and step away. Damn, that's hot. Maybe it's supposed to be molten. Maybe it's supposed to be molten hot. It's a spaceship engine, right? Yeah, and that alarm is normal too. And these lights are flashing just for the fun of it. Acolyte Etienne, was it your hand that caused the engine temperature to increase? No, in the name of the worthy. It seems that the cooling system is out of order. Follow the lower hallway to the cooling center and try to determine the problem. It will be done. I see. So we went through the cells. There was the other door that went to the cooling. So I guess the problem is in the cooling area. So let's get the cooling system. Let's go over there. I feel like I'm an engineer in Star Trek. Oh, this thing's burning up too. A little container over here. Silver bar. So we have 3 silver bars now. We need to find 2 more to get that tool. Device? What's this? Device. Looks like a cooling system. Hot steam is escaping from the broken pipe. Ah. The pipe is broken, and the water is turned on. What do we do? Close the water valve, disconnect the broken pipe. Wouldn't that make that worse? It could increase pressure and stuff. Let's disconnect the broken pipe. You try to disconnect the broken pipe, but the strong flow of water makes it impossible. That won't work. You need to turn off the water first. Oh, okay. It's shut. So we close the water, then disconnect the broken pipe. You disconnect the broken pipe, it cools down fairly quickly, and you put it in your coat pocket. Oh. You'll have to replace it with a new one. Okay. So, I think the plan seems pretty straightforward. I think I need to repair the card, the access card in the repair machine. And then try to find enough silver bars. There might be some in these cells, I think. Or I could repair the pipe here. Let's do the card first. Object accepted. Processing. Processing. The compartment opens and you see the completely restored access card within. Access card for slot A. Oh, it doesn't work for all cells, it's only for this cell. We'll go there when we have the time. Put the broken pipe inside. Object accepted. Processing. Processing. The compartment opens and you see the completely restored pipe within. Wow, it even recreated the rust on it. I guess that's how it looked before the explosion. I guess that's also how it probably broke, because it was rusting. Now, do I go to the cell first? Or do I go fix the pipe? It seems like the pipe might be the... I have an emergency right now. So let's do that. Hot steam is escaping from the broken pipe. Connect the repaired pipe. Great, the pipe fits perfectly. Is that everything? Not quite. Check the equipment again. Maybe we're missing something? We need to turn the water on again. The water's flowing. It worked. Let's go take another look at the engine now. Okay. Seems to be working. The engine's still burning, though. Or at least this part is. The cooling system is steadily pumping the ice mixture through the pipes. The engine isn't radiating heat like before. You can even touch the outer panels with your bare hand. We fixed the cooling system, but it looks like that wasn't enough. Maybe there's some kind of button we need to push? Call the navigator. In the name of the worthy, I ask you to start the engine. It is not to me you should direct your prayers, Acolyte Etienne, but to the worthy. I am just their servant. Worthy, I pray, start the engine. You clearly have not managed to learn the holy litanies yet, so I will help you, newcomer. Repeat after me. Oh, jeez, we have to say all this. By the will of the worthy, I pray for the flame to obey my will and activate this mechanism. Blah, 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 blah. Not gonna repeat that. Something inside the engine starts rumbling discontentedly, gaining momentum. Suddenly, a shrill noise fills the room. Acolyte Etienne, you do not have enough faith. Oh, come on. My faith is stronger than ever. I believe in the worthy with my whole heart, my whole soul, and with every cell in my body. I believe. Suddenly, a compartment opens on the side of the engine, and with a soft hiss and a cloud of white steam, an empty compartment designed to hold a cylindrical flask appears. What's that for? I speak of something else. Place a full vessel of faith in the compartment so that our temple may continue its journey. By faith, what do they mean? It's not a physical, some sort of physical substance? Is that some kind of fuel? Faith. Yeah, it's something like fuel around here. Let's go look around. Maybe we can find somewhere to siphon some of this faith. Huh. I guess we're gonna check cell block A and see if... or cell A. Let's see if maybe we can find some faith in there. I don't know. Use card A. Access granted. Oh, it's a cryo capsule. Uh-oh. Is faith made out of people? Do we have to sacrifice this person? Or we're gonna... It's this whole... You know, we've been killing people left, right, and center. Okay, there's... okay, you know what? I have enough silver bars. Let's do a bit of crafting before we start this. Synthesize objects. Craft that. Okay, we're getting ink, but we haven't found any empty bottles. I'm not sure if that's even something we even find here. But now I have my multi-tool. I can perhaps use that. A woman is lying in this tightly closed capsule, eyes closed, and lips rapidly and soundlessly moving as she recites something. Examine the capsule. The capsule is full of electronic equipment and tubes leading from the woman to a glass vessel that is slowly filling up with a glowing liquid. Let's check the electronics. Among the unintelligible labels and symbols, you see only one you can understand. Capsule temperature 24 degrees, manually set. Nothing of interest. Examine the vessel of liquid. This is what we're looking for. They call it faith. Is it coming out of her? Don't think about it. The vessel is almost full, you can take it. What will happen to her? You glance at the woman behind the glass screen who continues her silent recitation. She'll be okay. Oh, okay. Okay, this won't... So she's producing that liquid. I don't like the... I don't like what that's implying. I don't... Remove the vessel of faith. You slowly pull the glass vessel of liquid out of the machine. The woman in the capsule pauses for a second. A new empty flask appears where the old one just was. The woman returns to her original state. Faith starts gradually filling the new vessel, but it happens very slowly. Examine the woman. The woman looks absolutely exhausted, which makes it hard to guess her age. She could be 40 or 18. Her outfit is an odd blend of medieval style and futuristic materials. Her hands are folded across her chest and she's holding something, but you can't see what it is. some sort of amulet that looks like it could be a cross or a sword. Should I try knocking on the capsule? I'll do it. Knock, knock. The woman doesn't react at all. Bizarre. Very bizarre, I have to say. But given the kind of stories we've been looking through in this game, I think bizarre is kind of an understatement. Definitely lots of weird stuff. Okay. I have my faith. I'm gonna stick it in the engine. Insert a flask of faith. The flask fits perfectly in the compartment. You push down a little harder and it gently settles deeper into the machine. As soon as you take your hand out, a thick round hatch cover slides over the compartment. Try to remember the prayer yourself. Do you remember how it went? Something about flame and mechanism. Oh, and don't forget the worthy. Let me just find that part. By the will of the worthy, I pray for the flame to obey my will and activate this mechanism. Oh, I actually have to remember it. By the will of the worthy, I pray for the flame to obey my will and activate, fix this mechanism, activate this activism, activate this mechanism. There we go. A roar starts building inside the machine, then suddenly bursts out. The pistons start moving. A steady hum fills the engine room. May the worthy bless you, Acolyte Etienne. The engine is working correctly again. Your work here is done. It is time for you to ascend. You start looking around nervously, bowing your head slightly. Ascension is the right to climb higher to the middle level of the ship. Ah, of course. You may use the elevator to ascend. And the sword Excalibur, the location of the sacred sword will be made known only to those who have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge. The navigator's voice is always cold and mechanical, but he says that phrase in an even colder voice. Well, let's go to the elevator then. Guess we're done here. I have my multi-tool, and that's about it. It's pretty straightforward. I imagine we might have to come back to these cells at some point. We still have B, C, D, and D as well. All right. Do you wish to ascend to the middle level, brother? Yes, I do. I kind of expect more people up here. Welcome to Earth, brother. Earth? You look around. We call the lower decks Hell, the middle deck Earth, and the upper decks Heaven? Correct, brother. I see you have already studied our scriptures. If the will of knowledge guides you, visit the library on this floor. Okay, and is Excalibur there, on the top floor? Every acolyte who ascends from hell must first serve 5 human years on Earth before they will be permitted to touch the sword. What? Only after 5 years have passed can an acolyte grasp the highest sacred truth, and then the worthy will permit them to ascend to heaven and touch the sword. Begin your service. Your 5-year countdown has begun. So what am I supposed to do? How should I serve? Study truths, inspect the machinery, and help your brothers. Only routine will guide you to gradual understanding of the truth. You should look around and figure out a better plan than mopping floors for 5 years. This is very reminiscent of, like monk orders or priestly orders where you're expected to do service for a long time before you can, a lot of religions also like value hard work and all that sort of stuff. So this is not surprising. Okay, so we got a library on the left. Behind my head. Fire extinguisher. That seems like a interesting placement. Navigator's right there. Cabins. Round table room. Oh, someone dropped their axe? That's a very large access card. Someone dropped this? It is access card B. Well, I want to check what's in B, so might as well just take a look. See, it might be possibly it might be too early to go down to B because maybe we need something else. But let's take a look. Oh, unknown error. Access denied. Unknown error. Is it damaged? Oh, there's actually a description here. Access card A. There's an emblem on the back that shows a sword stuck through something that looks like wings crossed with a plant. There's an emblem on the back that shows a sword stuck through a circle. Oh, also, the description for Space Multitool is you have absolutely no idea how this is supposed to work. So we have the tool, but we don't know how to use it. Okay, I guess we can't do anything about that. The library seems like a good place to start, but actually let's check this fire extinguisher. Oh, I can take it. Oh, it's junk. I could just keep that thing, maybe. I don't know if it could be useful for anything. Oh. The library's on fire. There's damage here too. I guess the engine must have really flared up. You should hurry. If the fire spreads to the library, all the scriptures could be ruined. Use the fire extinguisher. There's still another blockage here. Audio. I don't think I can cross over here, right? Nope. So I need to figure out how to get through there. What are these compartments? The hatch won't open. Oh, this one will open. To hear the words of the past, recite the voice prayer. To lower the righteous sword, recite the sacrifice prayer. To alter the electric river's current, recite the spirit prayer. Sounds like a sequence we might have to do here. Oh, also we get... Oh, okay, that's convenient. We can just read this as well. The capsule is stuck, but you see a twisted chunk of metal keeping it from opening. If only you had some kind of tool. Use the multi-tool. You find something on the multi-tool that kind of looks like a screwdriver and use it as a lever to move the piece of metal. Stuff. If my hand, O worthy, prevents me from serving you, I will cut it off like a withered root. Let's write that down. I'll call it the sacrifice prayer. Are you sure you won't get them mixed up with such strange names? Okay, so we need to learn the prayers first, and then, I guess, use them in some sort of context. So this prayer, the sacrifice prayer, will allow us to lower the righteous sword, whatever that means. Okay. Let's check. I think we're done here for now. I'm guessing we'll encounter the other prayers in these rooms. Let's check the cabins. Okay, no damage here, it seems. Oh. I'm noticing there's a little line of... Maybe it's like powering the rooms, perhaps? Oh, you can actually look outside into space from here. This looks like... Oh, another... Another prayer. A prayer is carved into the wall in Gothic script. May strength fill the part of my body that you require most of all, O worthy. Okay, that should be easy to remember. I'll write it down. I'll call it the Spirit Prayer. You put the note in your pocket. So this one, to alter the electric river's current. Maybe we need to use that prayer to adjust where this, this looks like electric energy is being flowed into each of these doors. Let's check the restroom since it's already on here. At least this toilet is much cleaner than the one in the magic school. Another fire extinguisher, like that. Take that as well. I don't have to go right now. What do we got here? We got another access card. Access card C. We could try that later. Okay, nothing else in here. Okay, let's play around with this thing. Another slot for faith. Oh. I thought they only needed it on the lower level. Faith is what moves our ship forward. Without it, the search for the worthy would be impossible. It is needed on each deck of the ship, as well as in each stage of our lives. Alright, I get it. I think what we might have to do, we might have to go downstairs to the cell C. There's probably another person there. Then collect their faith. Also, we haven't had any sort of battle yet. I'm a little concerned. I don't know if there's any enemies we have to deal with at some point. I think, but before we do that, let's just quickly check the round table room. Oh, that guy is. I don't think he's doing too well. The device connected to the prayer chamber is on fire. You won't be able to get the vessel of faith. Just don't stick your hands in there. We need to find a fire extinguisher first. Let's do that. Whoosh. The man inside shows no sign of life, just like the equipment surrounding the capsule. The flask of faith was filled up before the fire and is almost unscathed. You take it from the compartment. Oh, that's convenient. It really is a miracle that it's intact. Okay, so what do we got? This one's deceased. That one's empty. This one's hot. Oh, maybe the guy boiled alive. And then the rest of these seem to be in okay shape. Let's take a look around. This chamber is empty. The youngest crew member you've seen so far is writhing in pain inside the chamber. The panel showing his vitals is blinking red, as is the panel showing the temperature inside the capsule. Looks like the chamber overheated. We should cool it down so that guy doesn't die. Use ice to cool the chamber down. Examine the sensors. On the side panel, you notice that the thermometer is set automatically. It says, controlled by the navigator. I guess the navigator has problems understanding what the room temperature is. Yep. Janice VTuber, thank you for the follow. I don't think... I have a feeling the navigator... I guess we could try. Hey, could you lower this guy's temperature a little? He's about to burn alive. Silence. My data shows that the capsule is currently at optimal temperature. I see. I'm gonna leave the flask of faith in there. That might kill the guy. An elderly woman. She's dead. The flask that usually holds faith is empty. Okay, so 2 deceased. There's an old man inside the capsule. His whole body is shaking, and his hands are grasping the chest of his suit as though he's trying to rip it apart. There's a phrase flashing on the panel. Heart failure. Stabilizer injected required. His flask of faith is filled to the brim. Okay, so it seems like there's items we need to get. So ice for this guy to cool him down. Syringe for this guy. I'm not going to take their flask of faith yet here. A third deceased man. A dead man lies motionless in the capsule. The flask of faith next to the capsule is completely empty. Looks like the crew started to lose faith in their mission. After so many years of fruitless wandering, I'm not surprised. Alright, let's move on. Wait a second, look at what he's holding. You open the capsule and as steam escapes, you can see that the dead man's hands are grasping a tape reel. You should listen and see what's on there. Ooh. Always like to read on doomed ships like this. Like read mission logs and stuff. That's always fun. It's like a common sci-fi trope. I guess I did see in the library at the very end there was like some sort of tape listing device at the back there. So maybe that's where we need to put this reel in. A middle-aged man. The flask that usually holds faith is empty. Seems like this guy's alive, but he has no faith. Interesting. So right now, we have one flask of faith. Maybe I'm gonna keep looking. Since we're on this floor anyway, I think it might be most likely that we can find things like syringes and ice in this place. So let's put the flask of faith in here. You must say a prayer. Speak your request to the worthy. We want to do this. Oh, actually, let's do this. Prayer. I just want to activate this device. You examine the strange cluster of electronics sticking out of the floor. Your desire, Acolyte, has no higher meaning. All that we mortals can do is to send our requests and prayers to the worthy. If they hear them and answer, we can receive what we desire. Surely someone must have programmed this, though, right? Feels a bit odd to have a device that works like this. Okay. Worthy, I pray to you, turn this on. You poke a finger at the device in front of you. Icy steam sprays you from an opening in the floor. Ow. Enclose your request in the correct prayer. Only then will the worthy hear it. Do you know anything about this? Yeah, we know about this. Okay, so I don't know what the sacrifice prayer would do here, but we definitely know the spirit prayer. The worthy has heard your prayer. I will give you their answers soon. So the worthy only talks to you. Why can't I hear the answers straight from them? You asked the wrong questions, Acolyte. You must ask why you are not yet worthy of a direct conversation with the worthy. Worthy of the worthy. I mean, I'm also kind of getting like, you know, the Wizard and Wizard of the Oz sort of vibes. Like, don't look past the curtain. Ignore the man behind the curtain. Does the author know what a tautology is? In any case, I specifically was created in the supposed image of the worthy, and therefore I receive signals from them. You were created? I thought you were human. The worthy has declared their will. You may activate the device. Indicators and messages start to light up. Thank you, oh worthy. You rub your hands together. Warning. Insufficient energy. Limited functionality available. Oh, do I only get one choice here? There's an option to study the figures. Let's do this first. These are the energy usage statistics. It looks like the navigator requires almost 70% of the total energy. Him needing so much is forcing them to fly slower than they had originally planned. I guess he's just that important. What compartment shall I activate for you, Acolyte? The kitchen might have some ice. The infirmary probably has a syringe. Let's try to save the old guy first, so gonna have to do some triaging here. The infirmary compartment is not receiving the required amount of energy. No access. We need to reduce the ship's energy consumption. Let's go figure out how we can do that. Can we not do anything here? What about the kitchen? Oh, okay, the kitchen we can get to. The kitchen compartment is receiving the required amount of energy. Access granted. Cool. Food. Oh, don't mind if I do. Got some shelves here. Oh, empty bottle. Nice. I see. So there's this freezer, and there's a bunch of ice blocks in there. But we probably have to unfreeze the door to get in. You see a huge metal door frozen shut at floor level. That looks like a freezer. Try to open the door. You pull on the cold handle with all your strength. No results. Yeah, that's not going to work. Maybe there's a knife somewhere in the kitchen? A knife? Are you joking? You need a sledgehammer and a chisel to break this ice. Or an ice pick. Sure, there must be an ice pick around here, right? For all that space ice climbing that they do? It doesn't have to be an actual ice pick, but there must be some kind of similar tool here. I don't see anything in the text. Maybe you should ask your neighbor. Again. I think my neighbors all hate me now, but I'll try. Alright, I guess that's a hint to talk with my neighbors. Let's take a look around. Gotta check my bedroom too if there's anything in here. So there's the one that we borrowed several things already. This one. Try asking him first. Slow tramping footsteps. Who's there? It's Etienne. Who? Etienne, your neighbor. I see. I'm looking for a pickaxe. Do you happen to have one? A pickaxe? What the hell is going on in your apartment? Renovations. More renovations. And where's my sledgehammer anyway? And my shovel. They're fine, I'm knocking down a wall and your sledgehammer got stuck in it. I borrowed your shovel to dig it out and the shovel stuck too. What a story. I think a pickaxe is just what I need to fix this. I don't know, what an idiot. Let me go look. The real idiot is this guy. He's so gullible. Here, just remember to bring it back. Thank you. What a handy neighbor. So resourceful. Cool. I'm out of curiosity. I'm just gonna look around. Oh, I can't get in the kitchen. Oh, it's being renovated. Or more renovations, it seems. And there's this neighbor. Hello, sorry, I just remembered I forgot to give you back your key and... Oh. I know we had an agreement, but I just had so much going on. Oh, I hear you again. A foot tapping against the floor. It's my fault. I promised to bring back the key in a really long time ago. I only came by today and it's also kind of broken. Tell the truth. Place where I work. If I bring outside objects in there, it's hard to bring them back again after. They sort of change, and when I come back, Here they dissolve. I knew he was a no-good drug addict. Do you hear me, child? I told you, that writer, he's a drug addict. I can't wait to move away from here. Okay. Hope telling the truth wasn't, well, they think I'm a drug addict, not a actual bookwalker, so maybe that's okay. Oh, the crime scene's open. Should I poke into here? Oh. Should I be in here? It's a bit ominous. Sure, why not? There's a book here. It's very dark. So that's what happens to writers once they work off their sentence. Nothing else of note here. Okay, let's check the book. A blank book. My neighbors tried to start writing it. Is that it? Huh. I was kind of expecting a bit like more revelations or something, but yeah, I'm just scanning the room. Guess there's... Oh, wait, what's this? The bathroom is boarded up. Yeah, it's a very small apartment. Oh, oh. A cut cable coming from the ceiling. It's a sturdy one. Where does this go? Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold the phone here. That cable. Let me just get a lay of where we are here. So this apartment, it's weird that there's a bathroom there, but the main door is here. I guess it's a very weird architecture. So upstairs from there, which would mean... Oh. Yeah, it is my direct downstairs neighbor. But where does that cable go? My bedroom, perhaps? I'm trying to look around on the floor here. I'm trying to see if I can see where that cable's connected to. Suspicious. Okay. I don't know if I missed anything there, but definitely concerning. Let's continue. And yeah, no, the author is it's a lady, not a man. I think that was a typo when Roderick was referring to the author as a man, as a he. So a lady. All right, it's ice picking time. You see the door to the fridge frozen shut. You raise the pickaxe over your head. Okay, here goes. Alright. Ice block, large ice block. Oh. The ice is broken into tiny pieces. Oh, I can't. Text appears too quickly. break the ice, but all you find is frozen food. Nice. That might come in handy. What for? To cool something down later. You'll find out. Fine. The giant block of ice takes up the whole corner and glares unkindly at you. Use the pickaxe to break the ice. Raise the... What is this? I'll do it. Raise the pickaxe over your shoulder. Raise the pickaxe over your head. Swing the pickaxe behind your back. Just to my shoulder. You swing gently. The sharp point of the pickaxe digs into the ice, leaving the tiniest notch. Over my head? Only as much strength as needed. That's your motto. With a measured swing, you raise the pick over your head and drop it onto the ice block. A thin crack appears along the edge, and a large chunk of ice falls to the floor with a crash. Not bad. You pick up the chipped off chunk of ice from the floor. Okay, let's cool down our friend then. I haven't checked if the armory is accessible, if we have enough energy there. But let's head over here. So I haven't checked the round table yet. Does one of them happen to be... No. These swords belong to the ship's crew. Excalibur isn't here. It's supposed to be sticking out of a stone, remember? Oh, right. Okay, so this is the youngest crew member. Going to use the ice. You pour ice on the capsule. The ice sizzles, then quickly starts melting. The temperature slowly starts to fall, and as soon as it reaches a normal range, you open the capsule. The man's eyes are still closed, but at least you saved him from suffocating in that heat. Should we leave him like this? Yeah, let him get a little fresh air. Take the flask. Cool. You remove the flask of glowing liquid and put it in your pocket, making sure the lid is on tight first. Thanks. You nod at the still unconscious man. Alright. So I have another flask of faith, but I don't think I can... It sounds like I can't add more flasks to here, right? Let me just check this. Okay, unlock the armory. No. The armory compartment is receiving the required amount of energy. Access granted. Okay, we can check that out. Actually, hold on. The sacrifice prayer. Recite the sacrifice prayer. Lower the righteous sword. There's no righteous sword in this room, so probably the prayer is not going to work. Is my guess. Oh, there's the other prayer there. Oh, that's a big gun. Lasers. Oh, it's protecting this room here. And another access card. Cool. Let's check the prayer out first. Another prayer. And the voices of their disciples will resound along the Black River, from shore to shore, from source to mouth. Let's write that down. I'll call it the voice prayer. Put the note in your pocket. So what does the voice prayer do? Hear the words of the past. Okay, I think so. The voice prayer we can use to probably replay this tape or this reel. Yeah. But in an appropriate location, probably the library. Ooh, more silver bars. Why am I getting... Why am I getting more silver bars at this point? Because I've already created the multi-tool. Oh, there's a shaft here. Maybe we can use that to get to the library. On the side of the massive cannon, you see a control panel. Examine it. The panel is inside a decorative metal frame with a floral motif. How does it turn on? Maybe it runs on Faith too? You look under the panel and see a familiar empty compartment, designed to fit a flask of Faith. Damn it. Fine. Your finger slowly reaches towards the velvety looking black surface of the control panel screen. I can't even read. Are you sure that's a good idea? The tip of your finger slides across the screen. For the first second, it seems like nothing is happening, but in the next second, the substantial static shock runs through your finger. Ow. As soon as you pull your finger away, a message appears on the screen. Insufficient faith. Of course. So I'm not going to put the faith in here yet, because we only have one. I'm wondering, I want to try going to the... Let me check the lasers out first. The way forward is blocked by buzzing beams of energy. I don't think we're going to touch... Probably a bad idea to touch the beams, so we're not going to do that. I want to check out that library first, because if we can get the recordings played, it'll probably give us more context of what's happening here. Oh. This actually goes into a cell instead. Interesting. Okay, that's different. More stuff. Locked door. Where are we? Let's check the documents. Part of a note. It underlines the fact that there was a sharp increase of suicides on Earth after our crew took Excalibur off the planet. Whoa. There's some food on the bed. Where does this door go? You push the unlock button. Oh, it's cell B. Oh, interesting. That's why it was locked from the inside. I guess that's why we couldn't use the card. That's convenient. Now we have an actual way of easily getting through the floors. So, and we have the C card, so let's use that. Access granted. Oh, this is a bit different. Actually, there's nothing. The only thing of interest is the locker, it seems. It's just more stuff. Okay. So nothing interesting there. I should have enough stuff to make a bottle of ink, though. Yeah. I only have one glass bottle, though, so I can only make one, even though we have enough ink for another. Okay, so I think I saw the D card behind the lasers. Can I go back through here? I can. Okay. So I actually can get into the armory without, providing this energy. I'm pretty sure the infirmary... I think we're done in the kitchen, we're done in the armory. What? How am I supposed to... Huh. We need to get into the infirmary. I'm actually going to ask Roderick for some help here. Oh, and also we can have some other conversations with him. Ask Roderick how he is. How are you doing? I'm fine. Do you really think this is a good time to chat? By the way, I've been meaning to ask, what do you do when you're not stealing items from books. Well, to be honest, I'm finding it hard to live without books. But they confiscated every book I owned, so I mostly just sit around now. Just sit around. Yeah, sit and wait. You don't have anyone to pass the time with? Friends? Or maybe a lover? All my friends are writers, and I'm forbidden from seeing them by law. As for a lover, it's complicated. I see. Do you remember how I mentioned my neighbor, the writer? Remember how I told you about my neighbor, the writer who lives below me? Yes, and you said the police wanted to question you. Well, it turns out my neighbor, he what? His apartment was sealed off and I decided to peek inside and find out what happened. Broke into a crime scene? What were you thinking? Well, from what I could tell, he ended it all. My God. I remember you told me that after serving their sentence, writers often... The police said he had just finished working off his sentence, and that's what happened afterward. A lot of instances of suicide in this game, I have to say. From writers to even this story here. I heard that some just go into books and never come back. But others, like my neighbor, still do it the old-fashioned way. Oh, is that what that cable was from the ceiling? Oh no. I didn't even put two and two to sit together there. That's... Oh. I need to finish all these jobs. I don't want to end up like that. Alright. Let's ask for a hint here. What should we do next? We need to find a way to get into the infirmary and find a stabilizer for the old man in the cryo capsule. Okay. How can we do that? Because we need to reduce the navigator's power consumption. I really want to see Excalibur. You have not yet earned that right, Acolyte. Has anyone ever earned it? Acolyte Rymar proved his faith in the worthy and rose to heaven, but unfortunately he is no longer with us. Great. How do I reduce the navigator's power consumption? I do see that there is a vent there, but it must be connected to some other room. There's the audio playback device way over there. I wonder what happens. The sacrifice prayer. I'm just gonna try this. Oh no, we can't use the prayers. This is already unlocked. So... Let me check the kitchen again. Is there a vent that we might have missed? The kitchen is pretty much... Yeah, kitchen is all done. There's nothing else to do in here. We checked the bathroom. I'm just scanning my mouse across the screen, looking for anything of interest. Nope. Bathroom is done. Where do you want me to go? Unless I've missed something. I could try going downstairs, maybe check out the engine room. I've already checked out these capsules. That's empty. This guy is recovering. That one's dead. That one... We need to find the... Yeah. Wait, is there anything else in this room? No. Okay. The only thing I can think of is maybe going back downstairs into the engine room and maybe the cooling room. Let's see if I... No, I want to go up. As I said, every acolyte who ascends from hell must first serve 5 human years on Earth. Only after that time has passed can an acolyte grasp the highest sacred truth, and then the worthy will permit them to ascend to heaven and touch the sword. But what if I understand that truth sooner? You will be permitted to ascend and touch the sword. Now that sounds like a plan. Okay, so maybe the 5 years is not a requirement. Man. As much as I like this game, this game is pretty cool, but I kind of want to play the altars. I really want to continue that game. It seems like other people are streaming it. I guess maybe they're able to get past the bug, I guess, right? So I know that some people have finished the game, so I'm like wondering, I sort of wonder maybe the bug I'm running into might be specific to me or something. I don't know. Okay, so let's check the cooling system. Anything of interest here? Only the system itself. It's active. Maybe we have to actually sabotage the engine. Dead engineers there. No, the engine is not interactable anymore. There's nothing to do here. Huh. I guess actually, I think the solution is to turn on the weapon. That's the only thing we haven't done yet. So I should just go ahead and do that. Okay. Insert the flask of faith. With a hiss, the flask of faith settles deep into the cannon. The panel starts flashing almost immediately. Blue and green symbols form patterns, and then fly apart, forming several rectangular buttons. Okay, what now? Try touching the words. That seems to be how they do it in the book. Touch the message and say a prayer. 3 greenish-blue rectangles are lit up on the weapon control panel. So let's do status check first. As soon as you choose the second option, the screen goes black for a moment, then a chart appears on it. This cannon uses more than 20% of all the ship's energy. That's why we're going to turn it off. What's that number mean? The weapon's firepower. If it's to be believed, this weapon can destroy planets. A shiver runs through your body. Why would you even have this thing? We should turn it off quickly. We need energy. Set target. As soon as you choose the first option, you see the buttons transform into a complex grid with several moving dots on it. Just don't shoot anyone. Have everything under control. That seems dangerous. I'm going to just try deactivating it. As soon as you choose the third option, you see a huge message that covers the whole screen. Prayer required. Okay, go ahead. Which one should I say? It's hard to tell. I'll look for something about the weapon or energy. I think we're going to use the sacrifice prayer. The words "sing a prayer" are flashing insistently across the screen. I have to sing? Prayers must be sung, however we are currently in our 453 day of mourning period for Acolyte Rymar. The mourning period includes a ban on singing. Oh, how convenient. I see. So yeah, the sacrifice prayer talks about lowering the sword. This looks like a sword, so let's do that. If my hand, O worthy, prevents me from serving you, I will cut it off like a withered root. You hear a hiss and the control panel goes dark. The cannon has been deactivated. See? It wasn't that hard. Okay. I thought... It's a little weird because I thought the cannon was off before, and then we put the vial of faith in there to activate it. But now it's actually... I guess it was maybe it was in standby or sleep mode or something. Let's take a look here. Access card D. Oh, and then another... This must be the vent that goes into the library. Okay, so let's... Oh, this is... I thought it would be items, but something else. A container on the shelf attracts your attention. Is it just me, or does it seem like there's something valuable in there? Should I check the text? It'll only take me 10 minutes. I'll do it myself. The container on the shelf is locked tightly. Okay, I need a lockpick or something. Let me see. You examine the multi-tool looking for something that will help you, but you accidentally hit something that causes a red laser beam to shoot out from it. Oops. Whoa. Blinking, you see that the lock on the container has melted open. How'd you do that? What the heck did I push? You try examining the multi-tool from all sides, but you can't find anything that looks like a laser. Fine. Another empty bottle. Nice. Okay, let's go into the library, I hope. Yes. Let's check these compartments as well. Audio reel. Oh, another reel. I see. This one's not openable. This one's jammed. This one's empty. So we only have 2 reels. The one we picked up earlier. And this one here. Let's go through this playback device. To activate the playback device, insert faith into the compartment on the panel, brother. Oh, I don't have any faith right now. Why is it always faith? So I think we need to get the flask of faith from the guy who's having heart problems, and then come back here. So I think I'm understanding now. This is actually pretty straightforward. I should be probably going faster through this game. So we've deactivated. It means we can probably get into the infirmary, but I also want to check cell D right now. Let's see if let's see if we can get in here. Use card D. I'm kind of expecting a battle or something. No, just another cell locker, and an elegant chest stands in the middle of the room. It looks as though the whole cell has been built around it. We're going to use the multi-tool again. A red light starts glowing on the device. Another one exactly identical lights up on the chest. You bring the multi-tool close to the chest and it opens on its own. How convenient. What's inside? A med kit, ring, coins. The med kit. Oh, it heals. Wait. How does that work? I only have 5 health max. This thing heals 5. Does that imply that I could have more than 5 health? Or something? It's a bit weird. But might come in handy. So since we're here, I'm gonna craft this is the only crafting table I've seen. But I'm going to craft the next bottle. We have 193 leftover ink, so there must be 2 other glass bottles somewhere, I would assume. Okay, let's get into the infirmary. Available energy detected. I think we can unlock all the rooms now. The infirmary compartment is receiving the required amount of energy. Access granted. Oh, that? Usually you'd expect a bed here, but that's a very ominous looking chair. There's a panel on the back. Near the wall is a locked container labeled medicine. Use the multi-tool. You find a long probe on the multi-tool that you might be able to use as a lockpick. As soon as you insert it into the lock, something clicks and the lock opens on its own. It picked the lock itself. You look at the device proudly. Okay, it's not the syringe we're looking for though. That's just another med kit, another bottle. Let's check the panel. You're standing in front of a huge shelving unit. The control panel next to it is illuminated. We have to find the syringe here. The first thing you notice is 3 blue numbers in the middle of the screen. Touch the first number. Beep. Ah. The inside is made up of neat square compartments with different types of bottles in each one. You pick up the closest one and read the old-fashioned paper tag. Dandelion leaf. Folk medicine. In the space age. It's empty. You put the flask back on the shelf. How about we check the other compartments? Okay, second one. Beep. In the middle of the shelf, you see a gilded box with an ornate inscription. Relics of the great martyr Rymar. A melted audio reel is lying next to it. The reel. You take the melted reel. In its current state, you won't be able to listen to it. You'll probably repair that. There's something written here, but it's hard to read. Sacred truth? Maybe? Sacred truth. Isn't that what the navigator was talking about to get to the top floor? We need to restore this and listen to it as soon as we can. Open the box. No way. I don't think it's a good idea to touch sacred relics on a ship where there's a crazy head that shoots lasers. You reluctantly pull your hand away. It's probably a good call. Third time's a charm. Dozens of mean-looking metal syringes stare up at you from under their glass caps. They are each filled with a greenish liquid. The label on the inner wall reads, Stabilizer. I don't know how to inject people. You're lucky I'm a doctor. But actually, I guess you're not that lucky, since I don't have hands here. Oh, you remembered something new about yourself. Yeah? Anyway, I'd feel more confident if it was some kind of spray or gel. Looks like I'll have to learn a new skill today. Fantastic. You carefully lift up one of the caps and take a syringe. It cools your skin and fits comfortably in your hand. Let's go back to the old man in the capsule. Okay. Oh, okay. The medical chair is stained with something red. Okay. I'm actually going to head back downstairs and unlock the armory. We'll use the... Well, actually, yeah, we need to go here anyway to get to the library, too. I'm going to repair the reel down here. And also craft some more stuff. So put the damaged reel inside. There we go. Then let's make another bottle. And this chapter has been pretty quiet. It kind of reminds me of the second chapter of all the robots, though in this case, yeah, there's nobody to interact with. There's way less people to interact with. But also we haven't fought anything yet, which is kind of creepy in itself. I'm kinda concerned. Is there any baddie? If there are any baddies we need to interact with. Use a syringe. You have the syringe and you're all ready to save the old man. Inject him quickly. I've never done this before. I don't think the needle can pierce through the capsule's glass. There's a catheter. There, to the left, under the panel. Just stick the needle in there and push out the medicine. A shiver of relief runs through your body as the medicine disappears into the capsule. The old man's condition starts improving before your very eyes. Wait. You cross your arms over your chest and wait. The old man's convulsions gradually stop. His breathing evens out. His fingers stop tearing at his clothes. Hey, we saved his life. Yep. Now, can I take the flask and move on? All right, all right. We did well. Okay. Let's listen to the tapes. Yeah, honestly, yeah, this game's not that challenging when it comes to puzzle. It feels more like narrative, like you just go through each of these little parts here, like do this step. It's not particularly challenging, but again, it's not meant to be like a challenging puzzle. Or that challenging of a puzzle, anyway. Insert the faith. And the voice prayer. The worthy has heard your prayer, brother. You may activate the device. Thank you, O worthy. It looks like we can use this machine to listen to audio reels recorded by members of the crew. There might be useful information on them. What wonderful technology. It's just an ordinary audio player. Wasn't there anything like it in your book? No. Although considering where we are now, nothing should surprise me. You're looking at the audio playback device. The control panel is to the left and the reel slot is to the right. Okay. So let's do the other reels first, and then we'll do the one we restored from apparently from the guy who actually ascended last. So let's do number 1. Processing. You hear an old woman's voice coming from the crackling speaker. I remember reading an article criticizing our mission, even before we set off. I want to record the author's thoughts before I forget. He wrote about how the sword, which he blasphemously called a hunk of metal stuck in a stone, led to the idea of dividing us into the worthy and unworthy. Gradually, people who understood that their chances of being found unworthy were extremely high, found ways to avoid the test, coming up with crazier and crazier excuses to keep from being stigmatized as unworthy. This hunk of metal, which allegedly got stuck because of shifting stone slabs, caused a general acceleration in the development of interplanetary travel, which eventually led to our departure. So Excalibur was used to help with the invention of space travel? Okay. However, sometimes even I begin to wonder. The recording cuts out. Okay. Let's do the other one. Processing. Warning. The material you are about to listen to was recorded on Earth, and we consider it to be against our faith and our mission. You hear a middle-aged man's voice coming from the crackling speaker. In my attempts to analyze the influence of faith in our technology, in light of recent events, I came upon an interesting detail. After all, behind all technologies stands the Lent machine, which has a proven 2% error rate. Lent machine. That means there's a 2% chance that the base algorithm that every machine, every computer is built on is capable of making a mistake or failing. The uncertainty and unpredictability that this fact imposes on seemingly faithful and reliable machines creates a space for superstition. What if I pray and the mistake doesn't happen? What if I perform a ritual, cross my fingers, and the mistake doesn't happen? The recording ends. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to get from those two reels. It's kind of odd, I have to say. Let's do this one. Processing. You hear an old man's weak voice coming from the crackling speaker. "O worthy, I pray to you. It is not your strength I desire." Alright, you write the words on a piece of paper held against your knee. "But the responsibility that falls on one who is bold enough to raise a blade above themselves." The voice cuts out, then you hear the sound of the elevator opening and the navigator's voice from far off. Is this the sacred truth the navigator was talking about? If it is, then we won't have to work here for 5 years. Alright, let's go to the elevator. I think we'll be allowed up to the sword now, too. Okay. Let's get out of here. I think we're pretty much done everything that we need to do here. Yeah, we're pretty well stocked up as well. I believe I have grasped the sacred truth. I'm listening, Alkalite. You clear your throat, glancing surreptitiously at the paper in your hand. "O worthy, it is not your strength I desire, but the responsibility that falls on one who is bold enough to raise a blade above themselves." That is indeed the sacred truth. It must be understood by those who decide to touch the sword and be declared worthy. I am amazed that you were able to grasp it in such a short time. Well, I am prepared to uplift you. Are you sure you're ready? Nothing left undone here? I think we're done here. I don't think I need to pick up anything, so yeah, let's go. Uplift me. It shall be done. So what the heck is going up here? Oh, that's a cool chapel over here on the right. Server room. I'm gonna go in this. As enticing as this thing is over on the right, the server room actually is probably where everything, all the brains are happening. Let's check this. The door is locked. A sign on it says Supreme Navigator. Okay, let's hop into the chapel, I guess. Oh, uh-oh. Acolyte Etienne. What now? You said we could touch the sword. That is true, but you have been given a more important task right now. Go to the navigator's cabin. First, can I just... You notice a panel sliding back on the wall to reveal a weapon hidden behind it. That looks familiar. You automatically touch the back of your head. I'm going. Okay, we're being forced at gunpoint to go into the server room. Why? Why do you want me in here? Navigator? That thing's huge. Why did you summon me? Well, besides to kill me, obviously. I need you to change the ship's course. Change it? Can't you do that yourself? I do not have the authority. Only the crew members can confirm the decision to go back. Go back? But what about the search for the worthy? Most of the crew has lost faith in our goal. Is that why you killed them? I simply made several harsh decisions based on purely economical reasons to reserve food and oxygen for the more useful crew members. Typical AI making that decision. Listen, the only thing I'm interested in is the sword. I permit you to touch it if you can confirm our course change. If I say no, it's probably just going to shoot me, right? I'm very curious what'll happen if I choose this. I won't change course. Oh. Then I'm afraid you are no longer needed for our mission. We'll see about that. You roll up your sleeves. Oh, we can actually battle this guy. So we're not like immediately dead. Okay. I was kind of wondering if when we'd be able to do a battle. I'm kind of stoked for this, but so how much HP does he have? 20. He's going to summon minions, it seems. So, I think, yeah, this chapter seems to be not a bunch of small battles, one big boss battle. I see. Okay. Let's try. Oh, again, if I had the higher damage on slash, that would have been better here. Let's just do a slash. Or could I stun them? No, let's slash. Oh, shit. Electrify. Not all of these are running. Stun will do 1 damage to all. I'm gonna stun. Okay. This one's going to run. This one's going to... I can't really... It's probably not a good... Stunning is probably not useful to do here. I could do a drain. Maybe get some ink back. Or I could do a slash and kill both these anyway. Let's do this. I'll slash the computer. Oh, he electrified and nothing happened. Weird. I think I'll do a drain here though. I need some ink. Okay. And then stun again. And then hit. Do a slash. So, oh, actually, you know what? Maybe the 1 damage to others is actually it's very useful in this battle, it seems. Do a drain. Okay, I'm sensing a pattern here. He summons, I respond by stunning. And then I slash. Oh, the computer, I guess this guy, the navigator can't do any damage himself. Do a slash. He's gonna try summoning, I'm gonna drain. Get my ink back. Stun again. Do a slash. Might be able to kill him this time. Nope. But we're going to do a drain, and he's dead. Yeah. Sinner, the worthy will punish your soul. The navigator's core flares up from within. Sinner. Sinner? Sinner. Sin. The navigator's voice cuts out in the middle of the word. Suddenly, a siren starts sounding. Get to the sword now. He awakened the whole crew and they'll be here soon. Oh. Reserve power activated. Total system reboot in 3 minutes. Hurry, Etienne. Oh, shit. Run. Warning. Sinner on the upper deck. He's already back up? No time to waste thinking about that. Head for the sword. How do we get through this, though? Oh shit, they're behind me. Control panel. Locator system to find life in the universe. We just touched the sword? Bang, bang, bang. They'll break through any minute. The sword draws your full attention. The majestic hilt gleams in the light, and the sharp blade disappears into the thick stone. I'll try to use my hands to pull it out first. Right, maybe out of all the people in the world, you're actually the worthy? You lower your head, take a deep breath, and walk up to the stone. That was sarcasm. Find another way to get the sword out quickly. Your hands feel like they're filled with strength, and lightning seems to flash inside of you. You're wasting time. I am worthy. What are you mumbling over there? Can't you use a laser or something to cut it out of the stone? I am worthy. Your legs lead you forward Your legs lead you forward of their own accord. Your hand grabs the sword's hilt, and it fits perfectly. It's your sword. All you have to do is pull it out, and it's probably not going to be that easy. Damn it. Your muscles burn, but the sword doesn't move an inch. Can we please find a laser? Try jiggling the sword, yell at the sword. I'm gonna yell at it. Something rises up in your soul. Despair? Yes, it seems to be despair. Come on, you hell fiend, get out of there. Come on. Anger and yelling are a perfect combination, but Excalibur doesn't care. It remains cold, mocking, and motionless. They're getting desperate. They'll blow up the whole ship. A high-pitched squeal from behind the door drowns out the siren's wail. They remember that they have an automatic chainsaw, diamond-coated, from page 142. Now we really don't have time. Damn it all. Glaring at the stone, you fumble around in your pockets. Use the rag. Use the metal parts. Use the pickaxe. The pickaxe glints in your hand. You wind up and strike the edge of the stone. A big, ragged chunk falls to the floor with a crash. That's kind of unfair, but pretty efficient. I need to get that sword at any cost. The shouting behind the door gets louder. The sword lurches forward. You throw your pickaxe aside and manage to catch it at the last second. There are still bits of stone on the blade, but all in all, Excalibur is free. You're fast. Seems like the stone got pretty worn out over the course of the journey. You try to raise Excalibur triumphantly, but it's too heavy. Besides, the saw's sharp teeth are tearing apart the thick steel door right before your very eyes. Time to get out of here? Time. You grasp the sword with all your strength. to get out of here. I think I'd call that a success. Babe, where's our sword? Oh, there's still some rock attached to it. I see. Cool. All right. That chapter was actually a lot more straightforward than I thought. The boss battle was kind of cool. I like that. I like that at the end. Though I wonder if you had... I wonder if it was avoidable. You could... If we had chosen to cooperate with the navigator, maybe we would have had a different outcome. Yeah, I got your item. I'm expecting a phone call. No phone call? Oh, there we go. Hello? Etienne, you called. Did something happen? I called you. Yeah, I was away for the weekend, but when I came back, there were 15 missed calls on my machine. Is this our lover? I figured something must have happened to you. And it might, yeah, I think it's something he did while drunk. He probably doesn't remember. Damn. Hey, I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me. I apologize for bothering you. Don't worry about it. Well then. Goodbye, I guess? Yes, goodbye. Oh, another call. The order has been accepted. You may go. There was no envelope. Oh, we didn't get paid this time. That is true. What envelope? You know, the one with money inside that you usually give me after? Last time, you ruined an order that cost me 600,000 pounds sterling. How much? And you think I'm going to pay you for that? Think of it as compensation for my losses. Hold on, you paid me 1,000 per order. That still leaves you with so much money. That's all I have to say. Click. Ugh. Yeah, the client we're working with seems not a good person, I have to say. Okay, so, we did the last... It's... The first stream I did, like, the first 2 books, and then the second stream I did the 3rd book. Well, not just on its own, because that chapter took... The Harry Potter... The Magician's School chapter seemed to take a lot longer. But it's only about... I've been only streaming for 2 hours now. I could keep going. I think I will. Let's go to bed. It's been a tough day. A week later. What a wonderful day. All right. Oh, another phone call. Oh, good. He's cleaned up his apartment. That's good to see. Oh, there's some plants in here now. Need a little cup of tea. Well, the table is... He's rearranged things a bit, too. Hello? There's a job. I'm ready. Anything else? No. The order's at your door. He sure is strange today. Yeah, very few words. Let's check the article here. New book announcement. This battle will be the last. Ulrich the Giant and Gaston the Decapitator finally meet on the battlefield. Each one has total faith in his victory, and each one possesses a mighty artifact. Can Excalibur take on the Hammer of Thor? I see. So both of them got into this book. You will find out for yourself in the latest book from the author behind the bestsellers Sweeping Strike and Sweeping Strike 2, Tig Torf. And may these heroes strike to win. Can't they come up... Oh Lord, can't they come up with a better story for these artifacts? Mr. Quist, I would like to congratulate you on your purchase of an apartment. You were not the best of renters, and you were constantly late with payments. However, when you told me you were prepared to purchase the entire apartment, I was overjoyed. I'm delighted that you have a new source of income, since as far as I understand, you no longer write for a living. It seems you made the right choice. I wish you good luck. Mr. Ascold Bermendal. Probably a shitty landlord. But here's the problem. The last week, this has only been a week since the last job, and we didn't get a payment then. So where did Etienne get the money to buy the whole apartment? That's a bit strange. Here, let's take this in. Is it, I'm assuming it's also this apartment that we bought, but unless he's been doing like side jobs or something. Okay. Oh. Actually, before we look at the book, I think I'm going to do something a little different. I'm actually going to knock on some of these other people's doors. Oh, I guess I can't. That one I can't. I can't. This one. Nope, they don't want to talk to me anymore. The kitchen's open. The fridge door's open. The fridge needs to be defrosted. Do not turn on. I see. For the dishes. I guess there's nothing of interest in here. Okay. I'm going to check the downstairs suite. See if anything's changed there. Have the new neighbors moved in already? I guess they have. Okay. Guess there's nothing of interest here. Let's check the bathroom. Okay. Oh, and we also should check our skills. Ah, that's the stun upgrade. Increase damage for stun. Interrupt enemy action. Oh, that's... I think that's going to be way, way more useful. Stun all enemies, adding also confusion. Cool. Alright. Yeah, let's, I'm just trying to debate. I mean, I've only streamed for 2 hours. Yeah, I think I think I'm going to push through. This chapter might be long, but we'll see how it goes. I guess the alternative is I could, try playing the altars again, but I think I need to wait for a patch for that, for the game. Maybe I'm hoping... I reported the bug to them through they had like an as soon as the crash happened, there's like this automated dialogue that shows, like, you can send a crash report to them. I sent that over, so maybe they'll do something about it. But yeah, let's continue here. An excerpt from a review. Fresh and original as always. Nowadays, there really aren't enough authors who are this original and can also release new books so fast. What's the title? Timeless Mansion. By Helena Roberty. The contractor agrees to infiltrate Timeless Mansion by Helena Roberty and extract an item. The Cursed Clock. Huh. I guess does it fit into here? No, it's a big item. Interesting. Okay. Let's do it. Oof. Finally, I landed on something soft. Maybe too soft. You examine your souls. So, how did it go? I think successfully nabbing Excalibur really redeemed me in the client's eyes. So now you'll get easier jobs? No more killer robots threatening us? I hope so. We're supposed to find a clock of some sort. That doesn't sound too complicated. Ready to get started? Somehow I feel like this is going to be a hard one. We'll see. Open the gate. What? Hey, it's a cute place. Etienne? Wait, does he recognize this place? Are you okay? Yes. He doesn't sound okay. Okay, what do we have? What do we have here? We've got a basement door, trash can, entrance. Check the trash can, which has trash. Basement? Whoa, what the? Oh god, oh god. A woman runs past without even glancing at you. I trapped him. I trapped the monster. Run away. Monster? So the jobs didn't get easier. Did we go into the basement? Let me check the entrance first. Door is locked from the inside. Okay, so we have to go through in... We have to go in through the basement. There's a door. A ruined staircase. The steps collapsed under their own weight. Water pipes. Old rusted pipes run along the wall. One of the pipes is dripping. Actually, the water is full on flowing out of it. It's too late to save this pipe. I guess we're doing a horror novel here. This is pretty creepy already. Very surreal. Damn, girl. Get back here and let me out. I'll find you, and your friends too. Do you really think this cage can stop me? Is this the monster? Who are... The man pauses and stares at you. Damn. Etienne. You know him? Etienne. The man's eyes seem to burn through you. You look away, but not before noticing that the man's hands are trembling with anger. I think we should get out of here quickly. Stop right there, you bastard. Answer me. What did you do with Amanda? Where is my wife? Hold on, what does all this mean? Not now. Okay, it looks like the plot is thickening very fast here. We're finally seeing... Like, I knew that we'd probably run into Roderick's old book at some point. We're trying to find his origin, where he originated from. But I didn't realize that Etienne has his own skeletons in his closet. So this guy, we don't know what his name is, but he mentioned an Amanda. I wonder if that's the lover. Did Etienne take them out of a book? Okay, crowbar and bread. Looks like we're crafting classic sort of stuff. Cell door. Best not to open that door. Etienne doesn't want to... Is that blood all over the place, though? Wow. Gonna saunter upstairs. Gonna collect all the things. Cabinet. Boarded up window. So this way goes to the hall. Oh, it's a blocked door. What's this? It's locked and won't open without a key. Creepy. Okay, so there's clearly some... Yeah, something up there, but we can't reach up there. Nope. Why does that fellow in the basement know you? This book. I wrote it. What? What do you mean? I created this mansion, but I was arrested before I had a chance to finish the book. So how did your client get this book then? Well, this is probably why the client was like kind of mum about everything. He probably knew. But we've only been stealing from books that are on the market. I imagine the rights to it went to my publisher, and they decided to have another writer finish it. So that's why the dreadful man in the basement knows you. You created him. Yes, but not like that. It was the story of a generous aristocrat who lived in a beautiful mansion with his wife. You definitely wouldn't catch me writing about a murderer in a blood-soaked basement. Do you think the new author changed a lot? I think so, yes. Who's this Amanda he mentioned? Is she here somewhere too? Don't think so. She's not here anymore. It's better if we talk about that later. This clock wasn't meant to be here either. Let's take a look, since it's what we're here for. Why do they want me to retrieve this, though? You see an ancient clock. The steel frame around it is covered in small inscriptions, some of which are impossible to make out. There's something written here. The clock master's lifetime, something, with the time on the clock itself. It's too bad it stopped. I'm guessing we need to bring back a working clock? Etienne? Yes, a working one. You notice 3 huge holes in the mechanism. There are 3 gears missing. We'll have to search the whole mansion. Well, you should know your way around here pretty well, since you created all this. Are we at the end of the book? That's right. The plot has ended, and the heroine managed to lock the monster in the basement and escape. Nothing else happens in the plot after this. A happy ending. We need to go back to somewhere on page 150 or so. That's where the mansion will be in the best shape for us to search it. Even the staircase is in ruins right now. I didn't know you could do that. So are we going to jump between pages? Oh, are we jumping between... Is this kind of like Old Skies? Because Old Skies, you know, it was a time travel adventure. We actually jumped between different periods for the same location. Can we do that within a book? Jumping is the easy part. The hard part is landing on the same spot on another page. If I miss or end up between pages, without my powers, it could end badly. Should we risk it? Let's hold off on that for now. I'm just going to look around. You open the front door from the inside. Okay, so now we can at least go this way. There's a crafting table up here. Might as well get some ink. Oh, I see the staircase. I see, this is supposed to be a staircase. Time has not been kind to the staircase. We really should check the second floor. That's where that monster has his study. Got it, so the gears we're missing might be there. Okay, we already, yeah. Ink in the hole. Yeah, okay. So... portrait of the house's master before he changed. And there's also a door to the kitchen down here. Can we get into that? We can. This was a room for entertaining guests. Looks like the master of the house became less social. And his definition of entertainment changed too. Got some metal. An old dusty parcel is lying on the table, tied tightly with twine. Need some pliers for that. Blood-soaked chair there. Empty bottle. The master was clearly not a modest man. Okay. That portrait does look a little suspicious. It feels like there's probably something behind here. But I don't see anything else of interest. I don't think we have enough... Let me check the crafting table again, but I don't think we have enough to build anything. Yeah, we're missing quite a few things here. Can I talk with that guy again? Let me just check here. Poke into the basement. He's trying to smash his way out. You watch the man hit the door of the cage over and over with his bare hands. Each blow injures his hands, but the wounds quickly heal themselves. He didn't have powers like that before. It's the clock. Remember what the inscription said about how it's connected to its master. While the clock is stopped, nothing can hurt its master. Well, either that or he was born with inhuman regenerative abilities. The man glances briefly at you. Soon, Etienne. This door isn't as sturdy as you might think. Soon we'll have a nice little chat, face to face. You'll pay for everything you've done to me. For Amanda. And for abandoning me here. I'm a little This is creepy because I have a feeling we'll run into a situation where he'll escape and we have to hide in the mansion or something. Alright, let's do some jumping. Go to 1995. I think it worked. We're on page 120 now. It's a little more pleasant here, don't you think? Etienne, you don't want to keep doing this, do you? No, I don't. But I don't really have a choice. Do you think the client knew this was your book? And sent you here on purpose? I don't think he cares either way. Help me, let me out. Who's that? Another victim? Let's go find out. Well, actually, I'm kind of curious about all these other rooms here. Oh, the kitchen looks a lot different now. That cabinet's locked. Fireplace? Oh, paper. And the portrait's here still. Okay. So in this timeline, we need a lockpick. In the other timeline, we need the pliers to get more items. Where did that sound come from? So let's check the chest here. Crowbar parts. Is it the hallway? Or was it from this hallway down here? Let's go this way. Where did that come from? Hey, anybody? Hey, Jonathan, guys? Well, it must be Amanda. Maybe. But hold on, if Amanda is actually outside the book, she wouldn't be here, right? Because when you take out a character or object out of the book, they're gone permanently. Let's take a look here. Storage. Is anybody there? Help me. Jonathan? The voice is coming from behind those shelves. I hear it. Ah. We just sort of move the shelves out of the way on our own. Oh my god, who are you? I'm here to help. Help. My hands. She shows you the handcuffs behind her back. How'd you end up here? You fiddle with the handcuffs. My brother and I were looking for something. Oh my god, Jonathan, he's still around here somewhere. Promise me you'll find him. We'll see. By the way, you haven't seen any gears around here, have you? Big ones for a clock? No, sorry. It's okay. Although when I was searching the study upstairs, I found a secret compartment in the desk, but it was empty. What do you mean searching? Hold on, what do you mean by searching? Did I say searching? I must have misspoke. Alright, I'll check it out later. You finish fiddling with the handcuffs and the girl is finally free. Thank you. She rubs her freed wrists. Well? An awkward silence falls. I think it's time to get out of here. I'll take care of your brother. The girl nods briefly. She looks around the room for a second and with barely noticeable disappointment disappears behind the door. More of your characters. They seem fairly well written. Really bad at lying, though. No, I don't know her. Must have been written by the other author then. A plain writing desk stands against the wall. There's nothing of interest on the desk or in the drawers. Not in this time, at least. Okay. A lot of places we're gonna have to look at the location, because in the other timeline we can't even get into that area yet. What's in the basement? Okay, the jail is still there. Probably. You look at the empty cell. The scratches on the floor and chains hanging from the walls make this a frightening place, even without. Wonder where our monster is in this time. I think we're better off not running into him. It looked like he was ready to kill you right there and then. Do you think the new author made him like that? Nope, nothing's changed there. Oh, But he's not supposed to hurt the other characters. You examine the manacles on the walls. And this change in him bothers me. Oop, got some tools. We see sealed boxes that smell like we need a crowbar for this. Okay, I'm starting to get the sense that we need to choose a tool to make. Here's what's ruining the staircase in the future. Looks like there's a water pipe leak. The pipes are indeed leaking badly. The smell of dampness lingers in the air. So if you fix the leak here, then the staircase in the future should reappear. You examine the small crack in the pipe. You instinctively clench your fists, preparing yourself for the burning pain from your shackles. I don't see any other options here, so let's just use the ink to fix it. You just need a little bit. It's not a huge hole. You place a small drop of your ink on the crack in the pipe. The ink slowly takes on the appearance of and properties of metal. Come on, faster. You grit your teeth as the pain from your shackles burns you. I think that's it. The crack's gone. Phew. You exhale and pull up your sleeves to look at your hands. Are you alright? Yeah. It's best not to show what you see to Roderick. You push your sleeve, wet with blood, back into place. We should go check on the staircase in the future. I hope this works. Okay. We haven't checked the study in this timeline yet, though. So this staircase is locked. Let's go up here. And I guess using... I checked that chest already. But let's see what kind of tools can we make. What's available to us? It seems like the crowbar is the only thing. We're missing mainly pieces of metal for these two. Let's do the crowbar first. And head back into the... Wait, can I go outside the entrance here? Nope, that's locked too. Okay. So the outside is not accessible to us at all. And let's crack open these boxes. Not standing on ceremony, you pry open the boxes with the crowbar. Mushrooms. Oh, it's junk. Okay. Not terribly useful there. Okay, let's check upstairs. The upper hall. There's a box here. An empty box that smells like tobacco. One of the master's letters. It's an invitation to a ball hosted at his mansion. Okay, nothing much of interest there. This is the mansion master's study. It's so sparse. Apparently whoever rewrote your book didn't know much about creating pleasant settings. I don't think it's all that bad. Oh. Desk with gears. These gears won't fit in the lock. Oh, more crowbar parts. More piece of metal. The cabinet is locked tight. This is the mansion master's desk. Search the desk. Old documents are scattered across the desk, and the desk's only drawer is completely empty. There's nothing here. Examine the secret compartment. You notice the bottom of the drawer has a strange edge. You press lightly on the bottom and discover an impressively large secret compartment underneath. This could fit a whole gear. It could, if someone had put one in here. and close a drawer. Should we check out this desk in another time, since it had to be put here at some point? I hope so. Okay, so we know about the secret compartment, but we need to go to the future. I'm actually we just got the pieces of metal. I think we could have probably crafted the lockpick first, not the crowbar. Because I don't have... Oh no, I do have tools. Maybe I can craft it. Hold on. Stand by. Let's see if we can unlock a few things. I can also make pliers. Let's do the lockpick first. Because I also know that there's the cabinet in the kitchen that we can loot. Okay, I've got an empty bottle. That's good. Then I'll go back up here. Not really that many rooms in the mansion, I have to say. Pick this lock. With all your experience picking locks, this one opens in just a few seconds. Okay, so mostly just ink stuff, nothing critical. I am curious. So basically, the only thing left is in the future timeline, the later timeline, the pliers are needed to unlock the thing in the kitchen. But let's get some ink and... There we go, we have some ink. We're ready to go, just in case we run into that guy. Let's go back to... I see, so we're jumping between 1995 and the year 1995 and the year 2000. Hey look, it worked. The staircase is fixed. Let's go see what's left of the second floor. Also access this chest. Nice. Piece. I need I think like 2 or 3 pieces of metal before we can make the pliers. Small table, more metal, nice. Rubble. You see an old chest of drawers under the rubble from the collapsed ceiling. I have the crowbar. You use the crowbar to pry apart the heavy pieces of the ceiling and dig out the old, almost intact chest of drawers. Nice. Okay, let's check the study. Oh, this is not in good shape. Tools again. Cool. Writing desk. Examine the secret compartment. Bingo. One of the gears you're looking for is inside. Too bad there's just the one. Examine the gear. It's old and rusty and has some kind of demonic face engraved on the surface. You put the gear in your pocket. Let's go put it in the clock. And then we'll look for the rest. Also, we have to save that girl's brother, who should be somewhere in the past. So much to do. Uh-oh. It's someone else. Oh, it's a police officer? A man is standing in the hallway holding a strange walkie-talkie and flipping various levers on it. Mariah, come in. Damn it, Mariah. The only sound coming from the walkie-talkie is static. The man taps it angrily as though hitting it will help. Damn, I think you notice the man's police hat. The man suddenly turns around and you see that his face is made of paper. Oh, another walker. Stop right there, breathing heavily, measuring you with his eyes. He raises his walkie-talkie to his face. For the record, during a routine patrol, Sergeant Kiko Bright encountered an unlicensed bookwalker. I see. So they have police walkers as well, and they're patrolling the books to look for other rogue bookwalkers like me. I see. I like the portrait here. It kind of looks a little Terminator-ish, honestly, like T2000 or something. To hell with you. He notices that the walkie-talkie still isn't working. How can I help you? State your name at the very least, and remove your disguise. Why the hell aren't you saying anything? State your name and I'll note it down as mitigating circumstances. Don't make me use force. My name is Robert Potter. James Potter. For the record, the unlicensed bookwalker refuses to state his name and is lying to the officer. He is also concealing his face behind a mask. Take that off right now. Maybe it's best if we do what he says. If he finds out who I am, he'll find me in reality, and that'll be the end of me and you. We could fight, but I'm gonna try to see if we can keep up this lie. Maybe there's a way to avoid a fight encounter here. I don't know what the problem is, officer. I'm a licensed walker and I'm here by order of my publisher. Oh yeah? And who's this publisher that sends their sends their employees into books that haven't been pulled from stores? Well, we have a special kind of publisher. The man starts striding towards you, unbuttoning his uniform jacket as he approaches. You raise your fists, preparing to defend yourself. It's too bad Mariah's not here. She really loves beating up thugs like you. For the record, commencing neutralization. Okay. Looks like we can't avoid this. Oh, okay. The battles are starting to get more complicated. Disable skill. I'm assuming that if he pulls that off, he'll disable one of my skills down here, which would be not great. Let's try our new stun ability. It's supposed to confuse him and make him change his action. Drain. Oh, he's gonna drain ink from me. Oh, this is cool. Because all the enemies we've seen so far are other characters, and they do pretty basic attacks. But this is another walker, so it would make sense that he would be able to drain. I could drain him, and then he can drain me. Okay, strong hit is coming. I don't like that. I might stun again. Another strong hit. I have enough for another stun. Let's do that. Drain ink. Okay, I'll drain him. Then he'll drain me. Okay, looks like my drain is a little bit stronger than his. I still have a little bit left. Strong hit. The shield is only going to protect me for 2. Do that. Okay. Oh, he's going to drain again. Let's do drain. Disable skill. I don't like that. Let's stun him. Strong hit. Gonna shield. Another strong hit. I can't do... I'm just gonna wait him out here until he disables skill. Shoot. I think I'll drain. I'll let him disable a skill. Slash, that's fine. I'll drain him again, and I'll just go up to full. Nice. There we go. The man looks at you angrily. Damn you. Fine. Mariah will deal with you later, thief. The man instantly disappears as though he was never there. But the bruises on your body say otherwise. You actually didn't get hit there. Damn, this is really bad. I can imagine. Disobeying the Riders Police is one thing, but fighting the police? Attacking a police officer plus stealing from a book that is still under license. It's not 30 years, of course, but you could definitely get 5 to 7. So not even close to what you were accused of? What in the world did you do, Etienne? Hold on, you also said you hadn't finished the book when they arrested you. Which means something happened here in this mansion. I think he took Amanda out of the book. I think that's what happened. That's my guess. That's based on the hints that I've seen so far. That's my guess of that. That's probably a crime worthy of 30 years of prison. And it has something to do with the mansion's master and someone named Amanda. How about we get down to business before that policewoman gets here with backup? Alright. We have the gear. I'm just gonna see, can I make the pliers at this point? Yes, I can. Do that. Get another ink bottle. Before I put the gear in, I'm gonna just poke into the kitchen and get this thing. You easily cut through it. Think there's something useful in there? Yes, indeed. Alright, let's put the gear in. So I guess it's not this the master of the mansion we have to be worried about. There's a Mariah who's apparently probably a lot more stronger than that police officer. I have to watch out for them. You put the first gear into the clock. You hear the furious cries of the mansion's master coming from the basement. You think that will help you, Etienne? You don't even know what that clock does. How did he know we were... It said that he was the clockmaker, so he made this clock, so he must have some sort of connection with it. We need to find the other 2 gears, but let's speed things up a little. I feel really uncomfortable in this place. I thought you'd be glad to be back in your... No, I'm not, and this isn't my book anymore. They twisted and destroyed everything they could here. Wish I could burn this whole book to ashes. Alright. Let's start with that girl's brother. Maybe he knows something? Since, as far as I can tell, they investigated all this already. We didn't see him in the past. Can you jump even earlier? Yeah. Oh, we're going to another timeline? 1990? Oh my goodness. Okay. In Old Skies, we only swapped between 2 time frames within a certain location, but 3 time frames. This is going to get confusing fast. I'm going to have trouble keeping track myself even. Phew. I guess today is our lucky day. So many jumps and we're still in one piece. Maybe it's because you're so skillful, Stop it. Hey, sorry, I'm just trying to lighten things up a little. Thanks for trying. Huh, so there's no staircase in this time. That's weird. Can't even get up to the 2nd floor. Let's check these barrels. Barrels, they smell like wine. A portrait of the house's master at the same age. Is he a vampire? They turned this. Did the new author turn this into a vampire story? Aha. There is something behind that portrait. that stuff there. Fireplace? One of the master's letters. It's charred and it's addressed to his lover, Amanda. Okay, nothing else here. Oh, planks. Oh, just grab a plank, I guess. Niche. What's this? There isn't supposed to be a passageway here. I guess the master is building a secret room. The mansion's master wouldn't tear down this wall himself. He's a well-off aristocrat. His servants should be around here somewhere. It's probably their work. I don't see any servants in this time. Looks like the new author took them out of the plot. Do you think they put them in another book? Of course not. No one in their right mind would take a character out of a book. Aha. I think I'm onto something. That breaks one of the most serious writer's laws. He probably just got erased. Whoa. We need to search this place in different times, since there might be a secret passage here. Alright. Okay, so I guess we'll look back in the kitchen in the other 2 time frames. Before we do that, let's look around the other places in this house. Outside? I can't go out that way. I can go this way. I guess I can't go into the basement from here, which is odd. Maybe it hasn't been built yet. I don't know. Oh, what? Oh. Whoops, I didn't realize we could just walk through the balcony. The door is locked from the inside. Well, let's bypass that. Oh, there's a hole here. Oh, I don't want to go back in. Hole. Can you jump it? You look down through the hole at a dried up thorn bush. How about we look for something to put over the hole? Oh, like planks. Let's see. I hope it holds. Nice. Window to storage room. We can unlock it from here. There's a key sticking out of the door. Oh, think we should take that? It might come in handy another time. Yeah. We can use that to open this door in the year 2000. This room is also quite a bit smaller than the later time periods. The plain writing desk stands against the wall. There's no way it's not important since it was behind bars. You open the only drawer, but it's empty. So if we assume the author rewriting someone else's books isn't particularly intelligent, then it's obvious. You push on the bottom of the drawer and open a secret compartment underneath. Another false bottom. Your thought process is good, but it's still empty. You feel around inside the drawer and just in case, but you don't feel anything. Am I missing something? Do I need to check another time again? Maybe we should search the other rooms. We haven't checked them all yet. Okay. I think we have, though, right? Well... Oh no, this is a storage room. This is a different room. We haven't checked upstairs, but we don't have access to that, I think, right? We don't have access to the basement either. Oh, barrel. The barrel, the lid tied firmly shut with rope, attracts your attention. You easily cut through the rope with pliers. Oh, sweet. Healing items. I would have not noticed that barrel. It was so close to the window. That's a very sneaky object placement, I have to say. Can we really not go up? Guess there's not really Doesn't feel like there's that much to do here. Let's go forward to the brother, or 5 years. We'll check behind the kitchen portrait. This painting caught my eye right away. I figured there must be a hiding place behind it. Why didn't you say something right away? I don't know. Well, we definitely know what's behind the painting. Now, how do I open it? You look behind the painting and see that it's mounted on vertical runners set into the wall. I think it slides upwards. Lift the painting. You push gently and the picture slides upwards. Oh, that was easy. Oh, there's the brother. A teenage boy is standing in the middle of the room, covering his face with his hands in fright. Hey, let's talk. Don't kill me. We're not associated with your kidnapper. Are you Jonathan? Yes? The kid lowers his hands and tries to get a glimpse of you in the light. Well, we kind of are, but not in the way you think. Damn, that's a cool mask. I told everyone we should wear masks for this job too, but they just laughed at me. Your sister asked me to find you. Sister? I don't have a sister. What? Well, that's what she told us. Hold on, was she a short girl, Samantha? She's still here? No, we helped her get out. It was her idea to rob the mansion. She promised us there was a ton of loot inside. But all we found was rotting walls and that psycho. So how many of you were there? 6, but 3 ran away right at the beginning, and we saw him kill one. Oh. Well, I'd say they definitely did some work on your character here. He's not mine anymore now. You can still fix him, right? I'm afraid not. So you're thieves? Not really. We're more like... Well, yeah, we're thieves. Okay. I'm something of a thief, too. Whoa. The kid looks at you like he's found his new hero. By the way, have you seen any gears, big ones, around here? Gears? No. Are they valuable? Not really. If you check the desk with the secret compartment in the storage room already, then check the master's study. I think he hid something in both places. We actually already found a gear in the master's study, but nothing in the storage room. He's got this crazy thing set up with a double false bottom. Did you get it open? A double false bottom? Yeah. First you open the false bottom, and there you should be another one under that. My God, we went through all that just for... Alright, time to go back and check out this double false bottom, and quickly. Thanks. He gets off the floor and glances around, and glancing around leaves the room. Another... That's so silly. So I guess I have to just go check there again. Okay, I got some stuff. Let's get back out. Uh-oh, here we go. A familiar dark blue police uniform appears in your peripheral vision. However, the woman in the uniform seems completely calm and collected. I'm Sergeant Mariah Glowitz, the woman says casually, tapping the badge on her chest. You're under arrest on suspicion of plagiarism and attacking a police officer. She pulls on dark leather gloves. I advise you to stop resisting and come with me. And if I don't, then I will have no choice but to use force. She balls her hands into fists and grins slightly. Oh, she's going to enjoy this. Well, in that case, I apologize for making you use force. You roll out your shoulder, limbering up. Okay. Let's... Yeah, the problem with disable... I don't want her to disable my skills, because that could be dangerous, so let's stun her. strong hit is coming. I'm going to shield this. Shield again. Oh, she's just barreling in with the strong hits. Is that all? That's 4 strong hits in a row. Oh, she missed. Oh, okay. Is this seriously all she does? Uh-oh. This might... She's got to change up her... Wow, okay, I think I see how this is. Stunning her might... Somehow I feel like stunning her might... I don't think she can... I think it's a game of attrition. I just have to kill her before she kills me. And I do have some items to mitigate that, so... Let's do a slash. Okay, yep, she's just continuing to do strong hits, it seems. I'm just gonna keep on slashing. I'm actually doing pretty good damage here. Okay. I could... Again, I can only heal once per turn. But I can... Let's eat the bread. And maybe we'll get lucky. We're not lucky. Oh, now you're gonna drain ink. I'll drain you. Mariah is breathing heavily. She's leaning to the side, but manages to somehow keep her balance. This isn't over, thief. The whole police force will come looking for you. Before you blink, Mariah Glowitz disappears from the book. Are you all right? I've been better. You straightened the crumpled papers on your face. Oh. She might be hinting that maybe she and her partner and maybe some reinforcements will come by, so... Yeah, that's not good. Let's eat the bread. Okay, so we need to find the remaining, or the second gear. And I think we need to go back to 1990. And then go to the storage room and look for that double false bottom. Honestly, seems kind of like lazy writing to me, to be honest. Examine the desk more closely. Remember what the kids said about the double false bottom? I guess the new author is more clever than I thought. I mean, to come up with a double false bottom really takes a higher level of thinking. I think it's kind of lazy. You open the second false bottom of the drawer and take another gear out of the compartment. One less gear to find. Time to go back to the clock? Okay. So there's those 2 gears, but I don't... Where's the last gear? Don't know where that would be. Insert a... We should go to the latest time we can put the gears in. What if something happens to the clock over the course of the years? I see. So we have to go back to 2000. Put the gear in. You put the second gear into the clock. Now we just need to find the third one and the clock should start working again. Etienne? You asked about Amanda. The wife of that maniac in the basement? But there's some things I was able to figure out using my powers of deduction. So you created Amanda and her husband, and the cute little story of their cozy backwoods mansion. And then you and Amanda started to get, well, close. What gives you that idea? Back when you were in the car, you told me you always try to make your characters realistic and well developed. And my guess is that Amanda turned out exactly that way. Your powers of deduction, or whatever you said, are pretty good. But then you took Amanda somewhere. And that's the part I don't understand yet. Where could you have taken her? There's no trace of her in the book. Wait. You didn't. You took her out of the book? I get it, the things you do for love, but... Etienne, you do realize you're not just messing with writer's law, but with more serious laws. Human laws. I'm paying the price for that now. You raise your shackled wrists. In any case, we both knew what we were up against, and what would happen to us. So that's what they arrested you for. 30 years for what you did. Broke one of the most serious writer's laws, extracted a character who then turned into a real, living human. Where's Amanda now? Do you live with her? In the end, we broke up. Despite everything you went through. Indeed. So getting back your ability to write. It's probably the one thing in my life that I can at least try to fix. Smiling weakly. So that's why you agreed to take on these jobs. I think he's out. Uh-oh. Lose something, Etienne? The mansion's master is holding the final gear. Damn it. So, where's Amanda? The man is trying incredibly hard to stay calm, his head tilted slightly to the right. Where is my wife? The man pauses for a second, tilting his head to the left. I can't be forgetting her. I can't. He starts rubbing his temples furiously. We don't need to bring up Amanda. Just let me try and help you. Let me try and rewrite you the way you were before. Are you sure? What about your shackles? Damn, you're right. The man continues to rub his temples, his eyes unfocused. I remember her. With you. And now I can't find her anywhere. He looks at you, his head slowly tilting to the right again. At the same time, his minor attack of confusion passes, and his anger rises up in its place. Bring her back. I can't. You stole Amanda from me, and left me here alone. And then someone else came. He did something to me. I didn't want to kill anyone. This is a different part. His head tilts to the left again. You notice his clothes are stained with fresh blood. Wait, why do you have... That girl? Did he get to her? Damn thugs. I'll never forgive them for what they did to you. You're supposed to be... The blow hits you in the chest. Oof. Etienne. The man tucks the gear away inside his shirt. Then he starts cracking his knuckles. Let me try. Maybe I can rewrite at least something in you. Oh, don't worry. Now he loosens his shoulders. I don't need help. I certainly enjoy my newfound powers. He clenches his fists tightly. Okay, another battle. This one seems a lot more battles in this one. They're definitely difficult. Let's do a stun first. Let's see if he changes his... Oh, he just goes ahead and does a strong hit? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we might be in trouble here. I'm gonna do a... Let's do a shield. Can he do... Is he doing 2 attacks at a time? He is... Shit. Okay, shielding is a bad idea. I'm gonna eat the bread. I need to take him down, so I'm gonna slash him. Oh, that's really, really bad. Uh-oh, I think we might be dead. gonna stun him. But a lot of his hits miss, I'm noticing. I should have eaten the bread. I don't have any. Try draining him. He missed there. I'll eat the apple. Miss. He's healing himself. Great. Amazing. What a terrible... Terrible... Let's drain. Okay. Is that all you've got, you bastard? The man's injuries start healing before your very eyes. At the same time, you hear the gears in the clock make a clanking sound. It's as though they're trying to start working, but can't because the last gear is missing. What the? Remember what I said about the inscription on the clock and how it's connected to its master? I figured that out. While the clock is stopped, nothing can hurt its master. Ah, okay, so I guess we were not supposed to... We weren't supposed to even defeat him there. I kind of wasted my items there too, though. You spot the last gear lying on the floor between you and the reanimated monster. It seems to have fallen out of his shirt while you were fighting. You raise your eyes to the man, and he looks back at you with a venomous smirk. Just try. You charge forward, but the instant your hand touches the gear, the man grabs you, and soon you find yourself in a tight chokehold. No luck? Whispering with, let's headbutt him. You thrust your head backwards. The man recoils for a second, which is enough time for you to free yourself from his grip. With one swift movement, you grab the gear from the floor. Damn it. In an instant, you're standing by the clock. Examine the clock first. You look down and aim the gear carefully. And then you hear the sound of a fist flying towards you. At the very last second, you settle the gear into the clock, and it immediately starts ticking. No! The man grabs at empty air in a final attempt to stop you. Etienne! He grabs his head as a shudder passes through his body. He begins to age rapidly, and the injuries from his previous fights, not only the one against you, started reappearing all over him. Oh, he wasn't a vampire. He was time-locked. He was time-stopped. I see. No! He swings his arms helplessly and starts dissolving into dust. You watch it all happen silently until there's nothing left of the monster except a pile of ashes. My God. But now what? Nothing. You walk up to the character's ashes, digging around until you find a small crumpled piece of paper. You quickly rip it in two. I've had enough. You pick up the clock and get ready to jump out of the book. We can talk about all this, Etienne, if you want to talk. Huh. Okay, so that was a short chapter as well. Oh, that's what it looks like. Wow. Yeah, those gears look pretty creepy. Huh. It was a short chapter, but it was definitely... A lot of things happened. We had encounters with the police. We got a lot of backstory. Definitely a very eventful one, I have to say. Let's deliver the goods. And I imagine that the police never showed our identity, so they're not going to know who exactly this could be. But maybe the shackles might identify us. I don't know. All right. I'm expecting... Oh. Oh. I'm in a cutscene. He's just sighing on the... Oh, we're just gonna sit on the staircase. I can't keep this up anymore. Hmm. 2 minutes later. What the? That's an interesting... It's a different transition that we're used to. But let's pick up the phone. Hello. There's an urgent job. I'm not... No, you're taking it. I think I've had enough. I don't want to do this anymore. Etienne, it's your last job. You knew what book that... You knew what book that was. And you specifically sent me to steal from it. I'm just the middleman, Etienne. I don't pick the jobs. I don't care. You can take your job and go to hell. Calm down and listen to me. Finishing these jobs is your only chance at getting your abilities back. I know you know this. You can't work off this sentence. 30 years is just an impossible amount. Your publisher betrayed you. Your lover left you. It's time to take back what you're owed. How do you... Etienne, you're only a single step away from freedom. Why is the client acting like this? Fine. Excellent, excellent. The order is at your door. Okay. This sounds like whatever this next book is might be the last one. And I think I'm going to save that for another stream. Or actually, at the very least I can... I'll take the suitcase out. Let's put it... Let's at least put it on the desk. Get a little... But I think I'm not going to look at... You know, not... Oh, it's just called sand. That's ominous. But, yeah, I think I'm going to... Oh. We have a cabinet now. I think that'll be the end of today's stream. It's been... Yeah, we did a few hours. At least we progressed a bit more in this game. But yeah, I really wanted to continue the altars, honestly, the last variable DLC. But I think I'm going to have to wait for a patch or something. I'm hoping that's the problem. Because, again, other people seem to be able to... I think they finished the DLC by this point even. So... Or at least progressed past that point. So... I hope a fix can be made. In any case, I think the next time I'll be playing the altars will be next week anyway. So that should be hopefully enough time. I'll post a schedule for that. But for the rest of this week, tomorrow I'll be playing the Mermaid Mask, which is coming out tomorrow. That's the fourth game. Technically fourth, but the next game in the Detective Grimoire series from the games we played, Tangled Tower that we played a couple of weeks ago. So I'm looking forward to that. So Mermaid Mask tomorrow, and then on Friday I'll be playing Desktop Explorer, also coming out on that day. I was thinking about trying to play Database Detective, but unfortunately on Saturday think my schedule's changed a bit. I don't think I'll be able to stream that day. So I'm going to have to probably put that off till next week or sometime later. So honestly, 1, 2, 3, like 4 games, like this, and then Bookwalker. Actually, 5. I'm going to have 5 games kind of. I'm going to have to be juggling for the next while, which is not great, but I'll see what I can do. Also, it's getting quite warm in where I live. It's summer, so I'm also not sure if maybe the issue with the altars is maybe my computer's overheating, but I don't think that's the case because we crashed. No, I don't think so, actually, now that I think about it. Because we crashed immediately after, and usually it takes some time for the computer to warm up, so I don't think that's the case, but it might be better if I try to play it on like a cooler day or something. Anyway, I've been rambling for too much. If you have been watching, thank you for watching. I'm sorry about the whole altar crashing thing. I know this may not be the game that you were expecting. If you want notifications on when I'll be going live, the best way is to follow me on my Blue Sky account or join my Discord server. The links for those are below in my About section on my Twitch page. And that's about it. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.